Hello everyone. Today we are going to understand Lorenz curve. Lorenz curve is nothing but graphical presentation of the variability of the data set. First of all, it was introduced by Max O. Lorenz. So obviously that is why the name is Lorenz curve. It was initially used in economics to understand the inequality in the distribution of wealth and income. So on the basis of Lorenz curve, it becomes, you can say, very easy to understand how variable or how unequal the distribution is. Okay, so now with the help of one numerical, we are going to understand how to draw the Lorenz curve, and then we will understand how to interpret the results, how to know that which data set is more variable. We are going to understand that. For that, I am going to consider one example in which I am going to consider the income and the number of people who are having that income. So this is the basic data set. The income is being given less than 500, 500 to 1000, 1000 to 2000, 2000 to 3000 and 3000 to 4000. The frequencies which are being given are 6000, 4250, 3600, 1500 and 650. Now, in Lorenz curve, calculation of Lorenz curve, we will be dependent on the cumulative percentages. We need to calculate the cumulative percentages. Let me explain the process for income, and you will be doing it for the number of people as well. Okay. Now, one thing, it is not a compulsion that the intervals or the classes must be continuous one. You can see that here the class gap is 500, here 1000. So it's not going to have any impact on the calculation of the Lorenz curve. So now how will we convert the data into the cumulative percentages that will be used in the Lorenz curve? I'm going to tell you for income, and I expect you will do it yourself for the number of people. First of all, you will consider the mid values. So this will be considered as 0 to 500. So the mid value will be 250, 750, 1500, 2500 and 3500. Now after the mid value, okay, you are supposed to calculate the cumulative items. So here we will say cumulative income. This will be cumulative income. How will I accumulate? This will be 250. Now it will become 1000, 2500, 5000 and this will become 8500. Now I need to calculate cumulative percentages. How will I do that? You will assume this number as 100 and you will convert other items accordingly into percentage. For example, how will I do calculate the percentage for the first item? That will be 250 by this one into 100. Okay. So by using this method, I will convert the whole data set into cumulative percentages. So for income, I shall be having 2.94%, 11.76, 29.41, 58.82 and then obviously this will be 100. This is the process of converting the data into the cumulative percentages. These are the cumulative percentages for the income. Now, in case of the frequencies as well, you have the frequencies, next column will be cumulative frequencies, and then by assuming the last frequency as 100, you will convert other frequencies, cumulative frequencies, into the cumulative percentages the same way, and your values will be 37.5, 64.1, 86.6, 95.9 and 100. That these are the cumulative percentages of the frequencies, and these are the cumulative frequencies of the income. Now, next thing will be, after having these cumulative percentages, you are supposed to plot this data on a graph. Okay, how will we do that? One thing shall be clear, that in different books Lorenz curve have been used differently. That is dependent on how do you draw the x-axis and y-axis. What do you consider on x-axis? What do you consider on y-axis? So you need not to worry. Your result will remain the same. Okay. So I am telling you the most simple method, most logical method. Here I will consider the cumulative percentages of the x variable, that is nothing but income. So the cumulative percentages of income will be considered on x-axis, and the cumulative frequencies percentages, those will be considered on y-axis. So obviously it will be 0 to 100, and this will also be 0 to 100. Now what you are supposed to do? First of all, locate the first cumulative percentage. Let me write it here. 2.94, that was for income, and 37.5 for the cumulative percentages. So what will I do? This is 0 to 100. So I will locate 3%, almost 3%, and in front of this, I will locate this. Okay, so I will plot all the data the same way. The next one is 11 and 64. 11 and here it will be 64. So after plotting, suppose you are having these points. Okay, now before joining all these points, you need to do one thing. On 45 degree, you will draw a straight line. This is known as line of equal distribution. What does it mean? If there had been no inequality, then ideally the data must be, you can say, plotted like this, or must be in a position like this. But because we can observe in this data that the data is highly unequal. In the lower income classes, we are having more people. In the higher income classes, we have less number of people. And that is the reason, obviously, data is having greater variability. Now, if I join these points, then something like this will be drawn. Okay, 100 to 100. We have considered one data set, so we have just one, you can say, the curve. If I have one more data set, suppose if I plot that, and that becomes like this. Now, suppose this data set is A data set, this is B. Which one is more variable can be easily interpreted from this Lorenz curve. Farthest it is, more variable it is. So it means the A data set is more unequal, is more variable, and B is less. Okay, so this is known as Lorenz curve, and this is very popular in economics. It can be used and it becomes very easy to understand. No doubt there are some limitations as well of the graphical method, but even then it is very important. So that is all about the Lorentz curve.